Making visual representations of your financial models has never been easier. Even when you fully understand your model, the math, the logic, the outputs, presenting it visually is a completely different skill. Traditionally, you need to master HTML, Power BI, and other dashboard tools, each one with its own learning curve. But with Claude Code, everything changes. You just need a good prompt. Tell you what you want, a correlation matrix, historical returns, risk metrics, and it builds a dashboard for you. It takes your Python model as a blueprint, the weights, the optimization, the efficient frontier, and generates everything with code. And the results? Interactive dashboards where you can explore allocations, compare portfolios, run simulations, and really understand what your model is telling you. You can get as creative as you want. Different layouts, charts, color schemes. It's your model, your way. Ready to share on a website or presentation. You only need 4 tools. Python to write a financial model, VS Code, the editor where everything runs, Claude, the AI that orchestrates the build, and Git to track your files and versions. Here's the workflow. Step 1, you write a blueprint model in Python, the structure, the logic, the constraints. Step 2, Claude takes that blueprint plus a dashboard prompt and develops the full model. Step 3, it renders everything as an interactive HTML dashboard. And if something's off, there is a revision loop built right in. But keep a few things in mind. Revising is time consuming. Every interaction adds up, so aim to get it right early. A good prompt is everything. Know what you want before you start. And never lose control of your model. Understand the logic, not just the output. At the end of the day, remember, you are the supervisor. AI is your tool, not the other way around. Stay in control. So let's start with Claude, guys. Well, as you can see, I opened my VS Code. And this folder here called the YouTube video I created is my work directory, which means that Claude can add and remove files around here. So yeah, let's open Claude. This is how there's like a button here. You click and you can do all the Claude stuff inside here in VS Code. You need to actually install the extension. It's not that hard. And yeah, let's do it. Well, first thing, guys, there is no universal way to do it. There are actually a lot of different methods. There's a difference between something called vibe coding and low coding. When I'm doing something I have no idea about, like programming HTML or some stuff, I just do vibe coding. When I kind of more or less know what is happening, I use something called low coding. And for this video, I'm gonna be using the low coding approach. And what is this? Well, I basically have a blueprint of my model of more or less what I want. Like I'm gonna put here. This is like a notebook, and it was written in a YouTube video. In my video I posted. This is basically explaining how it works, mean variance optimization, and well, it's kind of a basic script, just basically explaining how it works. So it's using like the Merton method to calculate the covariances, everything, and like in this case here I built like two portfolios, one without constraints, long only, and one with constraint of maximum 30% of allocation. And I was basically comparing those two portfolios, and I built the efficient frontier and what is the difference, you know, between both efficient frontiers, how they do it, and how is the difference between allocation. And well, basically what I want is to generate a very nice dashboard where I can show visually, you know, the main metrics of the portfolio. And for that, you need a prompt. And this is honestly one of the hardest parts. Like, how do I prompt this? Well, if you were doing vibe coding, you just do do MVO for me with like a dashboard, a nice dashboard with you know, I want like the returns, the correlations, covariance, correlation metrics, everything, and they would just do. But in this case, I'm doing like a bit more detailed one, and this is the prompt. It starts what I want to do. And all this, and what I want to highlight is like, okay, read my blueprint calculations I did, like kind of based on that, but don't get too sticky. You can basically add add more stuff. So this is like kind of a resume of everything that was done in the notebook. The statistics, everything, like how I want the architecture, which is I'm gonna develop a new Python file, and I want like an HTML output, and they're gonna open automatically every time I do it. Because guys, you're gonna like spend a lot of time revising it, adding new stuff, modifying new stuff. So okay, I will run the model, and it keeps generating new HTML files. I'm using like these 10 asset classes here that I selected, as classes that don't overlap with each other, like there's a lot of rules. I'm getting data from different providers, like from Fred, price data again from Yahoo Finance, and this is like the engine, like how it's everything done, like what I want, the constraints, the objective, the efficient frontier, and well, one of the most important, what I want my dashboard. Well, like, okay, the header, I want like the 3, 5, and 10 years buttons, and okay, explaining what I'm doing, KPI cards, asset statistics, summary, efficient frontier, comparison between allocations, correlation matrix, allocation with target return. Like, yeah, this one you are free, you can add anything you want. Interaction with JavaScript, and formatting, like this is how you configure. I want like, okay, more financial based, like a kind of black screen, like a dark screen with colors that are not that don't hurt your eyes, because you're visualizing a lot of data and very financial focused. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna basically copy and paste this blueprint. Yeah, so now it's gonna take some time, and Claude is gonna start asking like bash commands, everything, and we just need to keep pressing on. So I'm gonna speed up a bit the video, because this is gonna take a long time. So here you go, guys. This is the dashboard that was generated. Let's see what it has done. You can choose like, okay, 3 years of historical data, 5 years or 10 years. Like, let's see the 3 years. 1.5 Sharpe ratio. There's like a summary statistics of every asset class, normalized return, volatility, Sharpe, like VAR, CVAR, skewness, and a portfolio summary. This is like the efficient frontier of the constraint, of the long only and the constraint. Yeah, maybe I adjust a bit here. The curve is not perfect. Yeah. And the cumulative returns of each asset class. There is a allocation comparison of everyone, like a long only. This is like the constraint of like 25% each asset class, how it was allocated, like. And the minimal variance one, the one that like most minimize the variance in the efficient frontier. Correlation matrix, allocation versus target return. Well, quite solid. This one was done in 1 minute. This would take like hours or even days to do it if you program manually in HTML. Yeah, so it's a very powerful tool. And that's the thing, you can keep adding and revising the model. Like, for example, now not only the dashboard, I also want to implement something new in the model. You can also do it. This is like a constraint simulator. And so what is this doing? Like, imagine you have like some like a portfolio, and you have a certain constraint of like, no, I don't want to put like all this amount in gold. My maximum allocation would be 30%. Like, how would it impact the Sharpe ratio and other things? And on other things, like, for example, imagine that investor already has some assets. Like, imagine they have like 1 million in bonds. You would need to put like a minimal amount in the allocation. So, okay, bonds need to be at least 10%. So, how much of the Sharpe ratio you would sacrifice? So, because usually, sometimes depending on the constraint you put, like, you're going to reduce the Sharpe ratio because it's not the efficient portfolio. And well, this is basically the purpose, the layout, how I want. Like I want, okay, then a next segment and like a button where I can keep playing with it, and how I change the location. So there is here all the way you want. So I'm gonna again copy and paste on VS Code. And again, guys, gonna maybe it will take a while. So yeah, I'm gonna accelerate the video. So here we go, guys. New dashboard generated. And yeah, this is the constraint simulator. You see you have like a 0.9 of sharp. Let's change like gold to, yeah, by the way, I'm using the 5 years. Yeah, like let's use the 3 years like before. Yeah. So like 1.5 or sharp. Yeah, like imagine, of course, it over allocated to gold because in the last 3 years it had like a high returns and a low correlation with very low correlation with other asset classes. But again, a portfolio without constraints is not a realistic portfolio. Imagine, okay, I want to have a maximum allocation of gold, like 30%. You see, it automatically allocates to other asset classes like high yield bonds, and oh, I forgot what this thing was about. But like it allocates to other asset classes. And well, this is the thing about this constraint simulator is like it's not just a dashboard. It's actually a new tool that I put in the Python engine. So I'm expanding the base model, and this is something crazy that you can do with Claude. You already have a model, want to expand it, like you imagine some stuff and like, okay, I want to implement it, and you can do it. So you're sacrificing the sharp ratio, like, okay, SPY, I also don't want too much, I want like maximum 20%. And yeah, you see, it's really allocating to high yield bonds like a lot, because after gold, yeah, that's what happened, like a higher return is low correlated. But imagine, okay, I have like home bias, I don't want to allocate a lot to emerging markets, it's going to allocate to another asset class. And well, it also keep creating a new efficient frontier. I haven't revised it, but yeah, like this is like the yellow one of the new asset class. And well, it's a very powerful tool, guys. Like you can basically, what you can imagine, look at the amount of the code, look how large it became. It's not even a notebook, it's like a Python engine, and it creates like a lot of new things. And this part here is the HTML. And I said, guys, I have no idea how to program in HTML. I never learned and never wanted to learn, and Python is doing it for me. Like, it's crazy. The Claude is doing all this. So guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope it helps for you to build your models. It has been helping me a lot, and this is what I believe it's gonna be the pattern. You don't need to get very deep into code. You just need to know what your model is doing and you expand it. Okay, guys, see you.